Well, how y'all doing? It's PawPaw again. Ooh, I was just on the YouTube watching one of my favorite channels, and I looked out the door, the package had been delivered. So I said, oh, I know what that is. So I knew that they had sent me a coupon code to get you all 20% off. So I went in there to check my email to, see what that code was. And while I was there, I decided, well, let me just go ahead and go to the website and see this thing. Now, they'd sent me an email that said, would I test and do a review on their product? And when they said what it was, I was like, sure. Hell, I'll review anything, But it wasn't until I did a little reading on this that I started getting excited, y'all. I am excited to try this out. This is a Comfort Deluxe sleeping pad from Freeland. Of course, it's made in China. And it is 6 foot 6 inches long, 30 inches wide, and 4 inches thick. This is a self-inflating sleeping pad. So I've got me a little piece of Harbor Freight moving pad there, so I ain't got to lay this straight on the ground. But boy, when I started reading about it, I said, now if that ain't slicker than snot on a doorknob. And I said, and it's so convenient, it packs up tight in this little bag it comes in, and it's supposed to roll up. Of course, the challenge is probably going to be me getting it back in the box. But I started thinking, man, this would be so cool for kids, or having a sleepover, or a guest, and we got more people than what they anticipated. So here's the bag it comes in. It's got a drawstring, and this little feller is supposed to fill up, air up all by itself, and then you can give it a couple of breaths to top it off if you want to. So let's see this thing work. So the compression straps, or the straps to hold it tight, they just slip on like a rubber band. And behind this cap right here is supposed to be like a one-way valve. You turn it one way, it will allow air to rush in. You turn it the other, and it will not. You can let the air out and then compress it down. So we see how thin this is. It's compressed down to maybe 3/4 of an inch, maybe even less. And let's see here. I'm just going to flop it out here on the ground. All right, so let's see what happens here. Well, I gotta tell you, I think it's kind of cool. Oh, the elapsed time it took, from when I opened it up till now is down here on the bottom of the screen somewhere. Obviously, because I fast forwarded the inflation of it. Now, what I did read on it was that if you wanted to top it off, you could blow a few breaths of air in there. It's got a check valve. Whatever you put in, it ain't gonna come out. But it looks pretty cool. So let me just try that since it's something they suggest. Let me see if I can blow a few breaths in there. This is not where you're supposed to insert jokes. Okay, I'm gonna put the cap on it. It feels like a pretty good mattress. Now, the question is, what's it gonna do when 300-pound PawPaw tries to lay on it? Oh Lord. I don't want to do this but once, so I want to make sure it's in the screenshot. All right. Well, let's see what we got here. Oh! Well, I'll be darned. I'm not bottoming out. Bet y'all didn't think old PawPaw was gonna be able to get up, did you? Whew. All right. Well, I do want to tell you that this is probably the best quote-unquote air mattress I've ever seen. Like I said, I did not bottom out on it. And there is a repair kit in case you didn't have yours on a pad before you put it on the ground. There's a repair kit if you get a puncture. And here's the instructions that come with it. It should tell you how to fill it up and drain it and all that. So now what I do is I flip this drain or this valve to where it's a solid orange disc. Now in this position, this will allow me to force the air out and it won't come back in. Not supposed to. So let me get to rolling this thing up. This might be another one of those. It's probably another one of those fast forwarding deals. I'm afraid this is going to take some work. Oh, I'm gonna have to move this to the shade. Whew, Lord, it's hot out here. It's almost 90 degrees here today. Well, there you go, folks. Old PawPaw got it back in the bag. Oh, this will be a whole lot easier for a young person. I'll be 62 years old this month, so I done all right. According to the directions, you're supposed to actually roll it up. You know, I folded it and pushed air out of it instead of rolling it because I got arthritis here and there. But got it back in the bag. That's what matters. And that was a challenge in itself. So, in the description box underneath this video is a 20% off discount code that's good through December 31st, 2019. So if you think you'd be interested in getting you one of these, check it out. They're on Amazon. And I'll have a link there for you. But I will tell you that I like this. I think this is very handy to have. If you have sleepovers, or maybe you got teenagers that have slumber parties or whatever. This definitely come in handy. Or you just like to go camping, or somebody likes to go sunbathing. You know, this is nice. And like I said, I'm 300 pounds. And when I laid on this thing here on the ground, I did not bottom out. So it gives good support. Now all they need is a self-inflating pillow. Y'all have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow. Bye, everybody.